We all know that Joy Reid lost her job. All right. We all know that Joy Reid lost her job. But for whatever reason, the blackity black, the racist, the pro black, the justice warriors, the speaking truth to power-ish people, all of them like to rally behind each other, even though they wasn't really rocking with each other prior to her getting fired. But they all like to rally behind each other and start to advocate. Hey, John Lemon, we're going to have a Joy Reid watch party. I will tell you this, MSNBC absolutely capitalized off of it. They got every ounce that they could back from her in this last stream because basically all they did was promote MSNBC and get Joy Reid's numbers up so that MSNBC can try to recoup some of the monies that they lost from continuing to have her on the network. But neither here nor there. Joy Reid, ladies and gentlemen, decided that she wanted to go on a Zoom call with all of her justice warriors to highlight what she believed, how she felt, and how she was going to move going forward. Absolutely positive. Joy Reid didn't get this much visibility when she was actually on MSNBC. Funny how that changes when you get fired. All of a sudden, you're valued as an employee. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into her Zoom call that was open to a lot of people. And I appreciate the people for recording it so that we can then review it and see exactly what her sentiment is. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Let's rock.
And someone who called me from as she was taxiing on the plane to say that she was flying back from California, and it was just overwhelming to receive that call. Khalil, all of those who have been on the phones with me, Angie Rye, who has been essentially babysitting me and taking care of me, and Tiffany Cross has been doing the same. My husband is on this call, who's also been doing the same. Mignon Moore, who, my counselor, who's been so great, so kind to just always give me advice. Obviously, Joteka, you are just everything. Holly, who I've been bugging and harassing, who's been making all the technical. I can't even name everyone. Everyone, you all know that you are valuable, you are wonderful, and I hope I haven't missed anyone. It's just my heart is so full. I'm trying to call. I can't even begin. As you can imagine, I have been through every emotion over the past several days. Tasha knows, she's been on the calls with me for some of them. Angela surely knows. Carrie Jammy's been on with me. Alicia Guards. I've just been talking to we call ourselves our machetes. I've been talking to so many people, but I've been through every emotion from.
Why do women give themselves names? Why do they we're the girls that can, the women who do, we're the machetes. We cut through all of the BS. Why do women give themselves names when they group up? We're the bad girls club. We're the girls who fight for justice and truth to power. And are you listening to some of these people that she's naming? Tiffany Cross got fired from MSNBC too. Angela Rye. All they gonna do is start a new podcast. That's all they're gonna do. Listen, we don't need a big announcement to start a new podcast. Hey guys, I'm gonna be going off on my own, and I'm gonna be speaking truth to power, and we're gonna follow me on my next steps. Because no new network is gonna pick you up. You just gonna have to get it out the mud. Get your computer up. Go get you a new camera, A7 or A6100. Get you some editors, get you some lights, get your background nice, and go and start you a podcast like everybody else. And we're going to see whether or not you can really hang and if you can rock out with the big dogs. That's really what it comes down to. We're going to speak truth to power. It's, why are we going through all of this? You, podcast, TikTok, YouTube, get to it. Let's see if you can rock.
Anger, rage, disappointment, hurt, feeling that, guilt, that I let my team lose their jobs. But in the end, where I really land and where I've landed on today is just gratitude. um, just pure gratitude, and and gratitude, not just because people would take the time to get on a call like this, or to take care of me, um, but also that my show had value, and that
Says who? Says who? Listen. How do you evaluate whether or not you actually have value? How do you determine whether or not your show was a bomb, whether it was great stuff, if it added value into people's lives or whatever like that? How do you do that? Do you do it by the numbers? Do you do it by the money that you make? Do you do it by the cultural relevancy? Do you do it by how many people are in your ear? Do you do it by how many critics that you have? How do you determine whether or not your show had value? Just a question while we go through this.
I'm sorry, that that what I was doing had value. Had value. And in the end, I'm sorry, I try not to cry on TV. And
I'm
I
gonna read that
technically
super
kind of like
chat
being on
shortly,
TV. So I
Michelle.
apologize. And that it kind of, and then it mattered. I see Karen is there, and she's been texting me as well. And so what I will just say is that in the end, thank
Is that
you.
her husband?
Where I land is that
Is that her husband? I heard she married.
the moment of guilt that I felt, that I went hard on so many issues, whether it was the Black Lives Matter issues of a young baby, or a mom or a dad that was killed, or when we opened up people's eyes to the fact that Asian Americans were being targeted and not just Black folks, that or went hard for immigrants who've done nothing but come to this country like my parents did and try to make a life and defended them, um, or whether we've talked about what the president is doing that is subversive to the Constitution, that is injurious to our liberty, defending books that people find inconvenient, that Nicole Hannah Jones put into our spirit, that we need to understand 1619 as the real founding of this country, whether it's
Her parents not even from here. Think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute. While we speaking truth to power, like they like to say, her parents not even from here. And don't get me wrong, I actually like migrants when they come over here legally. I need people to start substantiating their argument by actually justifying why they believe what they believe. And they talking about the founding of this country and stuff like that. Her parents not even from here, fam. Think about that for a minute. A guest that every single day lives in an echo chamber and spews hate, racism, division amongst us every single day. You want to know what the real issue is? I'll tell you what the real issue is. Let me tell you what really happened is the numbers ain't numbering. And one of the reasons that it's not numbering is not just because you're a liberal. It's not just because you are on the wrong side of the fence when it comes to how really, how the American people feel. Because again, we got over 350 million people in this country and we have billions of people worldwide, right? Let me tell you what the real issue is. It's the same thing that you guys do when you open up a restaurant, when you open up a clothing boutique, when you decide that you want to sell your t-shirts. I had a buddy that I went to high school with, and his t-shirts would say, I don't want to say that. The theme of the t-shirts was black. Everything black, but blackity black, but blackity black. And the problem with this, and I told y'all this, and I wish white people would actually just have a come to Jesus moment with y'all and tell y'all the truth. White people is so reluctant to tell y'all the truth because it's no benefit. All you're going to do is come out and try to slander them, kill them, tell them that they're racist, and try to find out who they voted for. But I wish if y'all really thought white women was y'all friends, ask them this. When I say black, black, everything, does that make you want to watch me? Put it together. Put it together. You're segmenting and dividing yourself against 86% of the population. What did you think was going to happen once people got tired of your negative rhetoric and the fact that you keep on spewing everything about color and black and blah, 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 black, and Black Lives Matters? Do you think that the other 86, because I'll tell you, it's a large segment of black people that don't want to hear that nonsense. But did you think for 1 second that the other 86% of the population would continue to tune into that once DEI, once Black Lives Matters, once the George Floyd protests, once it no longer became popular and we actually got back to reality and people went back to work and they had to deal with their children and they had to deal with deaths in the family and inflation started making its inroads and then people started paying attention to the migrant crisis and all of that? You got to give people more and more substance. Reminds me of 2000 and 2020. 2020 and 2021. Remember when it was like if you were a content creator and you were putting out something that entertained people or you took a position against something, you were going to get some kind of visibility. You were going to blow up. People were going to pay attention to you. Everybody was in the house. Everybody was looking to stream. They was looking for somebody to give them something of value and to help them get through the day because they didn't want to deal with their mother or their baby mother or their husband or their baby daddy or whatever. And so that is the time that people started to blow up. Me, myself, I caught a wave. It's a bunch of other content creators that caught a wave. And guess what? Eventually, everybody got back to reality. Everybody went back to work. Life started lifing again. And most of those content creators, they fell off. And the reason that is because when it's popular to do so, when you get the visibility, what are you going to do with it? Are the only thing that you're talking about is black and black, 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 black? I tell y'all all the time, stop marketing your business as a black-owned business because all you're doing is getting rid of a customer base. You want everybody to patronize your business, don't you? Why everybody got to know what you do inside of your living room? So you still have to add value. You still have to be of value. You still have to be entertaining. You still have to, even if you hate me, even if you dislike what I say, what you'll regularly see inside of my chat is people that hate me, people that like me, but people that ultimately have the opportunity to say what they want to say and have an opinion and what it is that we got going on over here because we don't censor and we don't live in an echo chamber. And so I take a position, but it doesn't mean that I'm not objective enough to call a spade a spade. And it allows for everybody to be able to have their voice heard. And that's why I have the chat participating and they're my co-hosts of the show. You still have to have value. You still have to be entertaining. You still have to communicate effectively. You still have to be something that somebody wants to watch. And when it all faded away, when you got your promotion at the time that the diversity, equity, and inclusion was at its height, when it all faded away, they found out that all you were was a racist. That's it. You were just a racist. You were a person that leveraged hate against people that didn't look like you, mainly white people and Trump, and that's never going to play out well for you. It's never going to play out well for you.
Talking about any of these issues, and yes, whether it's talking about Gaza and the fact that we as the American people have a right to object, to little babies being bombed. And where I come down on that is I'm not sorry. I am not sorry that I stood up for those things because those things are of God. And you know, I'm a church girl too, and those are the things that I was taught were of God. And so
the one that got away, listen, first of all, ain't no the one that got away because the people that want you, they're going to get you and they're going to find you and you're going to get picked. It's not about the one that, look, anybody that named themselves the one that got away, I already know that you got real issues because you're not taking accountability for the fact that you didn't get away. They let you go. All right. But let's continue with it. You said lots of black hate for Joy. May not agree with her on all issues, but gloating because she lost her job is wrong. Am I gloating because she lost her job? Or is this the same thing that you guys do when you don't like somebody and you say that they're racist, you call for their removal, you call for their cancel? I have never seen more people call for the cancellation of people that they don't agree with than black people that don't rock out with white people. First of all, nobody is gloating that she lost her job. I never called for her to get fired. It wasn't me. But what I will do is tell you why you got fired, and hopefully you learned a lesson. See, instead of you actually hearing what we got to say, instead of you hearing what we got to say and making adjustments, you look at it as a victim mentality. It's business. It's business. Nobody listen, the one thing that I know for sure, and this is a fact, the one thing that I know for sure, and two things is for certain. Nobody ever feels sorry for a millionaire. Am I off or am I on? She not no regular person. They been getting M's. She was primetime on MSNBC. Nobody feels sorry for a millionaire getting canceled or losing her job. She didn't even get canceled. She just lose her job because she didn't meet the expectations of what it take to be, to be commensurate with whatever her pay was. Nobody feels sorry for a millionaire, and they shouldn't. And they shouldn't. If she never created another platform, if she never did anything else, nobody should feel sorry for a millionaire making millions of dollars that eventually got canned. Nobody. Stop. Listen, you got bigger issues to worry about than Joy Reid getting removed from MSNBC because her ratings were.
I'm not sorry. I'm just proud of my show. I'm proud of my little team. The little team that could, I told them today, they were the Avengers. They were this little diverse team who we constructed deliberately to represent every type of person in this country, every religion, every faith, every race, every region, every sensibility, every sexual orientation. We said we were intentional. I was very intentional in building my team, inspired by the great Melissa Harris Perry, my dear sister Melissa Harris Perry, from whom I inherited television, okay, who gave me, with her grace, the opportunity to host in her sacred hour on the weekends and let me open the door to a Tiffany Cross. Let me open the door to Black people who were not typically on TV. To a Tracy, who started as my producer and then got nominated for an Oscar because she's so brilliant. Let me open the doors to Black people to talk about economics and science and not just Black pain. I am not sorry. And I am so proud of what we did and so grateful that God gave me nearly 5 years to do it. And in total, nearly 10 years to do television my way, on my terms. And so it's been a very strange Black History Month. I won a NAACP Image Award, as did Miss Joteka, for this show.
You know, she's not the only person over at MSNBC that got fired, right? When they let go people over at CNN, when they letting go all of these other people over at MSNBC, how come y'all not holding them up in power and speaking truth to power? How come y'all not having a conversation about them? Because y'all fake. You fake outraged. You fake outraged. You fake mad. You fake bad. You fake really care about what's going on in the community. You fake. You fake. You so fake. Y'all so fake. Let me just tell you something. There ain't nothing more fake than people that speak truth to power. When you hear somebody say that statement, they so fake. Y'all so corny. You don't, I care about Joy Reid. You don't even care about your neighbor. You watched her get thrown out and you didn't even help her. The man at the gas station that needed you the most and was testing you like Family Man, like Don Cheadle and Family Man, asked you for $2 so he can catch the bus. And you criticized him and said, I ain't giving you no money. You fake. You fake. Y'all so fake outrage. You so fake love. Everything about you is corny and fake. Y'all so whack. So trash. Oh, I'm outraged. What about y'all? What? You ain't outraged. You corny. You just want to be a part of the inquiry. You just want to belong. You just like them people that wanted to be down in high school. You look them up to lick them up. You want to be recognized so bad. You want to be a part of the in crowd. You want to be included, diversity, equity, and inclusion. You want to feel a part of something. You just fake. You corny. And we all see it. We see it on you. We see all of that I wanted to be friends with you in high school, but you never gave me a chance. I wish I was still able to go on Sally Jesse Raphael because I was whack, but now I'm back type of energy. Y'all so, oh man, the community. Call them out. Call them out. Call them out. You fake outraged. You fake protested. You fake Black Lives Matters. You didn't even buy a shirt from Black Lives Matters. You bought a shirt from the gas station, from the white man that owned the gas station that actually employed a Pakistan man that was selling it to you when they did it with a shirt printer at their crib. You fake outraged. You fake protest in Target. You fake protest Walmart. You you fake. You won't even help your own brother and sister when they in need, but you talking about you for the black community. You ain't for nothing. You hate your baby daddy. You hate your mother. Your daddy didn't even like you. Your sister is disassociated with you. You don't even have no community. That's why you on the internet acting like you care about Joy Reid. That's why you was on a Zoom call, because you fake. You fake. All y'all corny. You fake. You raging liberals. Y'all so stale to me. You want to be down in high school, couldn't do anything, didn't have nobody that liked you, never had no friends growing up. Fake. And now you think that because you like Kendrick Lamar and you put your hair in some dreads that somebody supposed to care about your blackness. You're not even all the way black. You more white than you black. You got more white in your blood than black. You need to embrace your white side. You didn't even grow up around us. You never went to, had public housing. You never grew up in the hood. You was slumming. You fake. You don't even know what it means to actually need anything other than love. You had love in your household and you still despise it and you went against it. You had a stepdaddy that your mama didn't like and he wanted to love you and you resisted it, and now you acting like you was so, oh my God, you went to college. You know how many people ain't even go to college? You went to college, you got an experience. You decided that you wanted to join the African American Studies group instead of actually getting your education. You fake. You fake mad. You fake outrage. You fake systematic oppression. Corny. Corny. That's what your mama should have told you. Oh, you so fake. Get out of here. You grew up around all white people. Your white side of the family helped you. Get out of here with that fake outrage.
And I'm proud that it was specifically for our interview with Brittany Griner, who so many of the people on this call fought for her, believed in the cause of her freedom. Y'all fought for that. I just channeled it on television, and the NAACP Image Awards saw fit to award us for it. So I just want to thank all of you. I'm so deep in gratitude.
I'm sorry.
I'm so deep in joy.
I didn't pray this morning. Let's go ahead and end this early. And move on with the show. I gotta hold up. I gotta do prayer. Nobody want to see this nonsense. Some fake gratitude. We're the little engine that could. I call ourselves the Little Avengers, and that's the Ant-Man over there, and that's Baby Hulk. I don't want to hear it. Get out of here. Get out of this. Nobody want to hear this. Get out of here with this bull crap. Nobody want to hear that nonsense. Yo, do we need to pray? I forgot to pray. I forgot to pray. I'm sorry. Lord, bless us to speak truth to power. Give us truth to power speech, and don't let us have a speech impediment when we do it. But bless us to just tell the truth. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Yes, I grew up in the hood, but I also had two parents and I was raised in a church. Like, tell the whole truth. You not that struggle busing. Everybody couldn't be in the projects because there wasn't enough room for everybody. Oh, Lord, bless us to be focused. Bless us to not get any more tickets. Bless us to be real in Jesus' name. That's enough. That's good enough. Lord know our heart. He know the sentiment of our heart.